In this video, I'm going to be talking about exactly how I help clothing brands make an extra $50,000 a month using paid ads. I'm going to be giving everything away for free, so let's just get into it right now. So yeah, this is exactly how I boost clothing brands to $50,000 plus per month using targeted ads and organic growth. So yeah, today I'm going to be giving away everything. I'm going to share the behind the scenes strategies that I use to help clothing brands hit major revenue milestones. So yeah, we use a mix of targeted ads, influencer partnerships, and organic marketing, and I'm able to drive results for brands in different niches. So yeah, before we get in, I'm just gonna show you guys some results so you know I actually practice what I preach. Um, but yeah, see, we generated 40K in one day. As you can see, 4x ROAS over a whole month period to bring in 35K, and then 4x ROAS again, spent 40K to bring in 1,700 conversions, and then yeah, another 6x ROAS, 86K in a month, 13x ROAS, 10x ROAS. You can pause it here and continue reading if you want, but yeah, that's just so you guys know I actually get results and I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, let's just lay the groundworks. So here's the brand basics. Before going into the ads themselves, the brand needs to be ready to get traffic. So yeah, it's very important that your brand feels cohesive and professional, especially since the ad campaign is only going to be as effective as the experience that it leads to. It's only going to be as effective as the homepage is. If your site isn't good, then it doesn't matter how great your ad is, you're not going to get any sales. So yeah, here's the main things I focus on before running any paid ads. So this is just this is the brand foundation. So we have aesthetic consistency. So consistency in your brand's visual identity is very, very important. You make sure you're using the same colors and fonts and overall vibe across your whole platform. Instagram, TikTok, and your website. Think of it as building trust. A customer who sees the same look on Instagram and the website is more likely to trust it and buy from the brand compared to if your brand website looks completely different to your brand's Instagram. So you could try like a clean Instagram layout with a defined theme. If you're selling like minimalist clothing, go with that on your site. If it's streetwear, then use border colors and urban backdrops, just so everything's cohesive. But yeah, then when it comes to website quality, if you're spending on ads, the site needs to be optimized to convert. So you need to have very fast loading times, simple navigation, and high quality images. So studies have actually shown that customers leave the site if it takes more than 3 seconds to load. So make sure that your site is fast. Make sure your speed is up, and yeah, make the checkout process as smooth as possible, just to eliminate any unnecessary steps. Like you wanna make the customer check out as quickly as possible. But also, yeah, just make sure that you have high quality product images and that you show your items from different angles so they know exactly what they're buying. And then when it comes to your products, products need to be ready to impress. They need to have a wow factor to them. So everything from quality control to ensuring that the product description is like detailed and accurate, um all that stuff needs to be dialed in. So the worst thing you can do is disappoint a customer after they've been drawn to your ad. Let's say they've been drawn to the ad, they see the site and the product doesn't look good, or even let's say they buy it and it comes to their house and they don't like the product. If the product's bad quality, then that's the worst thing you can do, and that customer is never going to come back to you. Yeah, but just make sure that each product has a very clear size, accurate description. Having a few high quality items is so much better than just having a store filled of like 50 items that are low quality. Crafting targeted ads for a high ROAS. So yeah, once all these basics above are set, it's time to dive into targeted advertising. So this is where we really refine our approach and reach the people who are most likely to convert on your ad. And this really helps improve your return on ad spend. So yeah, here's how you break down each part of this funnel. So the first part is audience selection. You want to know exactly who your target customer is. So you need to know their interests. You need to know, just tailor everything right down to your audience. So you can use like Facebook audience insights or Instagram analytics to look at the followers of the competitors and also the followers of your brand, because those are the people that you're going to be running ads to. Find out what they're interested in, and then you can understand exactly who they are. You want to just build a picture of your ideal customer. Then when it comes to ad creation, the visual appeal to your ad is really, really important, especially in fashion, because especially on Instagram as well. On TikTok, it doesn't have to be as visually appealing, but on Instagram, the main thing that matters is aesthetics. Yeah, but your ad needs to be eye catching. It doesn't necessarily have to be professionally photographed. You can get by just using your iPhone. The caption should be short and engaging. Include like a very clear call to action. I usually just use shop now for every single ad. If it's an SMS list, then I'll just say sign up. But yeah, anything like limited stock available, sale ends soon, things like that, they actually prompt the customer to check out quicker. You can test different formats, like let's say images versus video ads. You can test both of those. Videos do work very well on TikTok, especially with Spark ads. Now, when it comes to engagement tactics, engagement is very, very important. It's the most important thing. If someone is not going to stay engaged during your video, they're not going to click on your site. So, video ads, ones that tell a story, do very, very well. So, test different methods like swipe up on Instagram stories or learn more on Facebook. Aim to highlight the benefits of your product, such as, let's say your jacket is water resistant, highlight that. If your shirt is a very comfortable material, highlight that. Just keep your viewer curious enough to click to your site at the end of the video. Now, the next step is leveraging influencers and organic reach. So, yeah, you can use ads, but also influencer marketing really does build credibility because it puts your brand in front of an authentic audience. So, here's how you can create some influencer partnerships that actually drive growth organically. But when it comes to identifying influencers, start with micro influencers between 10 to 50K followers because they have a higher engagement rate and they have a personal relationship with their followers. So, their followers are more likely to purchase something that they post. Whereas someone with like a million followers, first of all, it's going to be a lot more expensive, and also they don't really have a personal connection with their audience. But also make sure you're choosing influencers that align with your brand. Don't just pick some random influencers. Make sure that they actually line up with your brand and their audience is the same as your audience. Make sure you reach out. Obviously, how are you meant to get influence if you don't reach out? Keep the outreach very friendly and genuine. Don't send like a really long message. Just say something short like, yo, let me send you some clothes, or yo, we'd love to send you something. Something short like that. They're way more likely to reply. Now, when you track engagement, just use a simple Google Sheet to track who you've reached out to, who's responded, who's received the products, if they've posted, and how the engagement went. So that in future drops, you can look at that list and be like, okay, this influencer did really well. Let's use them again for another drop. And yeah, just categorize all of them by how they performed. A lot of influencers will ghost you. Just keep that in mind before even running ads. A lot of people will ghost you. But yeah, just make sure you keep track of all of that so you know for next time. Now we're going to talk about how you can analyze your data when it comes to ads and what you need to do to optimize to continue growing. So the first thing is your click-through rate. Click-through rate shows how well your ad is capturing attention. A high click-through rate means your creative and targeting is doing well, it's effective. And a low click-through rate may mean the ad isn't resonating or the audience isn't interested. So yeah, if the click-through rate is low, test different creatives, change the visuals, change the call to action, but just experiment with new audiences and start comparing results, and eventually you'll find something that works. So when it comes to your conversion rate, if your click-through rate is high but your conversion rate is low, the issue is most likely your site. Conversion rate means that the percentage of visitors that click your site who actually make a purchase. So it's really important that your site is optimized for sales. So simplify your landing page, eliminate anything that's going to stop the buyer from checking out quickly, and keep the call to action very clear and direct. And make sure you put in your product reviews, testimonials, or people in the item so they know that your brand is legit and it can build trust. On social media, engagement is the biggest sign of interest. If your engagement rate is low, maybe target a different audience that resonates with your content format. And if your audience is dropping, then try some different trends or timings. Just experiment with posting at different times. Try new content styles. Try maybe some UGC. Try different content until your engagement rate goes up again. Now, here's some final results and just some key takeaways. Building a successful clothing brand just takes a lot of strategies. So, let's just go over some of the key steps that really help drive success for my clients. So, the first step was targeted ads. Don't just show your ads to anyone. Make sure that you're narrowing down directly to your target customer because you're going to have a much higher conversion rate than random people viewing your ad. Test different formats and styles, and yeah, just try and get the best approach for each target group. Now, the next thing that we do for our clients is influencer marketing. So you can work with niche influencers to build credibility through your communities, and you can also work with some larger influencers as well. But I would definitely suggest start with micro influencers to really provide that authentic exposure, and it's more genuine than just a typical ad that someone sees on their screen. Then we also have tracking and optimization. Make sure you're tracking who you reached out to, make sure you're tracking your conversion rate, track your click-through rate, track your engagement rate, track all these metrics so you know what's going wrong, and you can make small changes to affect the ROI of your campaign positively, or you could, if you don't know what you're doing, you may affect it negatively. So just make sure keeping track of what you change, because if you change two variables at once, you won't know which one affected the video. So make sure when you test, just change one variable at once. But yeah, I really hope you guys are inspired by these strategies. Whether you're focusing on ads or influencer marketing or both, just make sure that you're consistent and you're authentic, and it's going to take you far. So if you want my personal help with your clothing brand, if you want me to come into your brand and help you get more sales and start running ads on TikTok or Meta, then just send me a DM on Instagram or book a call. I'll have a link in the description down below. And we can have a chat and see if we'd be a good fit to work together. But yeah, that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.